Hello there, Mr. Cowboy, sir. Um, I'm here representing the Women's Christian Temperance Movement, where our motto is agitate, educate, legislate until we've made home life safer for women and children by eradicating the curse of that demon drink from every land, and we've reached our goal of total alcohol abstinence throughout the United States. Would you take the temperance pledge? Oh, well, yes, that was quite the mouthful. I've been thinking about getting it abbreviated, but that would take headquarters approval, and, I would have to be an officially chartered chapter first, and so I need more members. So would you like to join? No? Oh, well, all right, well, have a good evening then. Hello, miss. Hi. Would you like to take the temperance pledge? Are you sure? It's perhaps the most important social issue of the day. You get a card and a certificate suitable for framing. All right. Have a good night. Reverend! You're a man who cares about the suffering of the community. Surely you must be inclined to involve yourself in the protection of women and children and your... Oh, no? Really? Because I heard that woman call you father, and I thought... Daddy, I don't understand. Oh. Oh. So, you're not a priest, then? Well, very well. Would you like to take the abstinence pledge anyway? It's not just for the faithful and the devout. It's for anyone who cares about the spiritual health of our community. Well, okay, how about health, industry, frugality, wealth, happiness? All of those are sacrificed at the altar of that demon drink, alcohol. Oh. All right, well, enjoy your drink. Hello, barkeep. I don't suppose you'll take the pledge. Wait, what, really? Oh, of course, anything. What kind of favor? I don't know if I could... I don't know if I could serve drinks. That seems a little counterintuitive. Well, yes, I would like to sign you up. You need 10 people to have an official charter, and I would like to have an official charter. If I get you and there's me, then that puts me a fifth of the way there. Well, if I helped you serve drinks, could I pass out flyers with the drinks? All right, then. All right, you have yourself a deal. Yes, I'll just take these. Which table? All right, I'll be right back. All right, I have beer, whiskey, beer, and flyers for everyone. Here we go. No, you have to take the flyers. Well, I suppose you could use them as coasters, but... All right. Well, that was a long evening, but productive. I gave out a lot of flyers. Yeah, it was a big drinking crowd. No, I didn't get anybody to sign. So many of them were so inebriated they couldn't have signed if they wanted to. There was one gentleman who agreed to take the pledge if I would go upstairs with him. But that came to nothing because he was slurring his words and too mush-mouthed from the drink to be able to form the words anyway. And even though he agreed to stop drinking, he wasn't going to quit tobacco, and that only gets me halfway there anyway. Well, I said why I'm doing this. It's because heavy drink is a social ill. When men drink, they're prone to be abusive or to squander their paychecks. It leaves the women and the children as the ones who suffer the consequences. And it ruins the blood. Hmm? Oh, I just mean that it's bad for the health. You know? It thins the blood. It makes it weak. Making them weak. And smelly. You know, I do appreciate how kind you've been about all of this, you know. Bars back east haven't been as kind. And not only did they kick me out, some of them would taunt me down the road as I left. When women's suffrage came for votes, the bars all over Ohio offered men free beer if they voted against it. An entire liquor lobby poured money into defeating it. Oh, well, yes, it is tied, because they thought that if women got the vote, then we would vote for prohibition. I don't know why they thought that. Just because the motto of the temperance movement is agitate, educate, legislate, that doesn't mean it's the goal of the suffrage movement. Though, I will admit that our organizations share many of the same leaders. And resources. And goals. Oh, well, yes, we absolutely wanted the votes so that we can vote for prohibition. You know, to protect families. Me? Oh, no. Goodness, no, I don't have a family. They all passed over 100 years ago. Sorry? No. A dozen. I said a dozen. They passed away over a dozen years ago. Anyway, the aggression toward the women's temperance movement back east is why I decided to come out west. I'd heard all about the wide open lands, the fresh air, and imagined I could get away from the taste of alcohol in men's blood. Oh, no, well, okay, I said taste, but I meant like a smell. Like, you know, sometimes something can smell so strong that you can taste it, right? So that's what I meant by taste. I meant smell. I can't help but notice that you don't smell of drink. And I saw you only take water while you were working, even though you hadn't taken the pledge yet. I appreciate that you started abstaining even before you took the pledge. Oh, you don't? Oh, well, I suppose that makes perfect sense. You wouldn't want to drink your profits away. And it is a very reasonable thing, responsible thing to do. Very level-headed of you. You know, that's a very attractive quality. Oh, it absolutely is. In fact, I think that you are a very attractive person with your non-drinking self. Yeah. Good strong blood, strong self. You are so very strong. Would you be interested in perhaps going out with me sometime and grabbing a bite? Wonderful. Thank you. No, it's still gonna be daylight out at that hour, isn't it? I'm a night owl. Could we do it a little later in the evening? Alrighty then. It's a date. Hey there, Cupcakes. And John Marston. Are you happy now, John Marston? Did you get what you want, John Marston? For those of you who don't know, who don't pay attention to the comments, John spent a few weeks, I don't know how long, it was a good long time, a good few days, like probably a week, of asking me to write a story about a late Victorian era or early Edwardian vampire in the Old West. And of course, that was going to be right in my area of interest, so how could I not? Vampires and history, and especially that particular era of history that I hate to admit how much I like that era because of the clothes. I wouldn't want to live back then. I like my indoor plumbing, my hot showers, and my social safety nets, but I do love the clothes. But John is the reason that I had the idea for this. Well, I suppose I didn't have the idea for it. I suppose John had the idea. John picked the time and the setting. And from there, it occurred to me that the Old West, and especially that era, people drank a lot more, and a lot more people drank. So, of course, how would that affect a vampire? Well, she would be drunk, and if she didn't like the taste of alcohol, she would probably have joined the temperance movement, which was very closely tied to women's suffrage because of what I'd said, because women didn't have control of their economic well-being, and so they had to rely on the men in their families, and it was a problem that some men would drink their paychecks away before they brought any home to the family, or that they would drink and they would become unkind. So that was very much tied to women's suffrage. Women's suffrage did absolutely say that they needed the vote so that they could control the alcohol. And that is why the liquor lobbies did try to fight against women getting the vote. By the time the suffragists started to say, "Oh no, that's not what we want. We just want the vote because it's the right thing to do." No. Well, you said the quiet part out loud. We heard you. So the liquor lobby was going to fight them tooth and nail for a lot of years. In more current news, I would like to welcome Mitchie and Josh to my patrons. And I'm always so stunned that almost every time I do these recordings, there are more people who are joining. It is always so humbling. It is always so stunning. So thank you all. For those of you who've joined, who've come and gone, who would like to join but haven't or can't or what have you, everyone who is just listening and sharing and liking and doing all that fun stuff, it means so much to me. It's so very nice. Oh, and especially nice, thank you to Andy Omai and let me get this name. It's either Easy Kuro 2000 or Ezkuro 2000. Either way, thank you both very much for the super thanks. Thank you for the gifts on Throne from Kealoha and the Wine Rider. And thank you for the special support from all of my bakers and pound cake tier patrons. There's Nosti, Rogue Scholar, Barry Wilburn, Esteed, Anon, Harper Evolution, Wolf9004, Val Mal, Succubus Slave, Malice Silo, Army Guy 007, Mr. Fabulous, Bunny, Tiny the Taxman, Meryl, Inline Flaws, Onin, Red Death 48, Always Able, Moon, Old Bean UK, Kahlua Bear, Forces, the Swaggy Llama, Cody, Artlow, Pierce Tailish, and Christian Cleopa. Thank you all so very much. Oh, and one last thank you that you guys are going to be excited about. thank you to Lacey, who has had me as a voice on her Friday video that I will link down below, because I adore Lacey so much. I am such a fangirl of that woman. And I'm so glad she gave me an opportunity to participate in one of her lead-ins to one of her spicy audios. So go listen. Go support her with your likes and your thumbs up and your comments and your subscriptions. And you won't be sorry. She's wonderful. And yes, now that is everything. So thank you all. I hope you will all be as good to yourselves as you are to me. I will talk to you on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Take care.